Hello, everybody. This is HQ here, and we are familiar with the thumbnail. Are we happy with our sex lives? I say it depends. It depends. Factors like age. Maybe if you're older, you have better sex. What kind of relationship you got? Communication between your partner and you. Cultural expectations. Personal preferences. Some of y'all like to get wild. We know that. But the problem is, a lot of people are not happy with their sex life, right? People have terrible relationship qualities, or the relationship is just trash. And so, therefore, you can't find sexual satisfaction when you're not happy in the relationship. But people in stable families, stable households, we have better sexual relations. We do. We do. Because we have a lot of communication. We communicate better, right? We have it more often, and usually the person is more in tune with their partner. Just because you don't have a lot of sex does not mean it's not a good sexual relationship, right? There's many reasons why people are not satisfied with their sexual relationship or satisfied with their relationships, right? Sometimes another person wants to have more sex than another person. People get bored. Same old missionary position, same old doggy style. And then that's all they do, right? And a lot of us are concerned about our body. You know, what we look like with our clothes off, what we look like when we're in the middle of orgasm, when we're in the middle of a lot of things, right? When it comes to sex, it's supposed to be loud, it's supposed to be clashing, body's supposed to be meeting, doing these kind of things. Loud, expressive. But we get busy. We get too busy where we can't be there for our partner, right? Sometimes we have different ways in which we are dissatisfied, or we're afraid to tell the person that we're involved in what we really like, what you really like. I think that's one of the major ones, that people don't tell their partner what they really like. I like you to pull my hair. I like to do it in public. I like it in doggy style, right? And sometimes we have different times in which it should be that we have sex. Sometimes you need to schedule it. Sometimes it needs to be spontaneous. But a lot of times, because we are so busy, it cannot be spontaneous. And people foster resentment because you're not as spontaneous as your partner, or you don't want it as much as your partner. Of course, when you get older, you know, ripping your clothes off every 5 minutes becomes tiring, right? Who wants to, I mean, when you hit 40, 50, who's having sex like every day? The average person has sex once a week. That's average. Above average, of course. Of course, you're going to have sex differently. You're going to have sex more frequently. You're young. You can do that. You don't get tired. Hey, the wood gets hard like every 5 minutes. Of course, of course. I expect that. I expect you to want to have sex like every other day. But not all of us have the time or the inclination to have it. And just because you don't have desire right then doesn't mean you don't have desire. Okay. I heard someone on another panel say, oh, you're supposed to give it to me anytime I want to. That's not how that works. Okay. More than half of us are sexually satisfied. Okay. Average person has sex once a week. The person who doesn't have sex maybe 10 times a year. That's a sexless person, a person who very rarely has sex, maybe 10 times a year. Okay. But I posit that the reason why a lot of us are not happy is because we're really not tuned into our sexual health and what makes a sexual healthy relationship, right? Most of us have to have a positive outlook on sex. I knew that was going to fall. A positive outlook on sex. Do we have a positive outlook on sex? Do we respectfully approach sex? Do we respectfully approach a person? Okay. Do we all take care of our body? Do women know they have to clean down there? You know how men have to clean around the rim? Women have to also clean around their rim. Otherwise, there's smells that happen, right? This is what happens. You have to be clean, sexually healthy, right? You got to understand and have knowledge about your body, right? We all have to know our body. Men have to know what pleasures them, what they touch. You touch the rim, you touch the head, you do suck, just regular sex. We have to know that, right? In order to have sexual satisfaction. Women have to know where their vulva is, where their clitoris is, where the G-spot may be, right? That's when you stick your hand in there and then do like this, and stick your hand in a woman and then you do like this. Just maybe a 2 or 3 inches in, and that's where the G-spot is, right? See, these are things that you should know about your body, right? You also have to know, y'all crazy. You also have to know about the other person's body. What their form is. What is here or there. Some people ain't even seen a vulva or a hood. We have hoods. Us women have hoods on our clitoris. It's when you pull the skin back, like a man has a foreskin, and he pulls the skin down, and then you have that skin around it. Women have that same thing. You have to pull the hood back, and then there's skin right there. There's right there. And that has to be pulled back and cleaned, ladies. Pulled back and cleaned. Just like a man has to pull his shaft down, and he has to clean around the rim. We have a rim too, right? So you have to be aware of your body. You just can't go into being sexual, and some of y'all don't even have orgasm. Man, are you nuts? What is the point of having sex if you don't have orgasm? At least have 1 or 2 in your lifetime. Hell, I have them by myself. I have them with a partner. I make sure I have them because I understand my body, right? And I understand his body. I know who the basic model of a man, not necessarily a specific man, but I know his body. I know a man's body, right? But you got to be informed about what, yes, no, maybe, I like this, I don't like that. I like you to touch it here, I like you to touch it there. See, I'm one of those people, I love you to touch my back. Touch my back, kiss my back, shoulders, neck, that kind of thing. These are things I know over the years, you know. These are the things you have to know. You have to know how to put on a condom. Do you know how to put on a condom? Do you know how to put on, use female birth control or use the female condom? Or do you know any of these things before you get out there and want to have sexual satisfaction? A lot of people don't know none of this stuff. So that's why they may be unhappy in their sex life. There ain't no point. There's a point in having sex when you get into a relationship. There's a point in having sex and not necessarily to have an orgasm. A lot of people have sex just to be close to their partner. They want to be next to their partner. They want to touch their partner. See, I'm a tactile human being, and most of us are tactile human beings. Are you a tactile human being? Do you love to be touched? I can be touched and not have sex, you know? But you have to understand what sexual healthy relationships mean. You got to be safe when you do these things too. Know when someone says no. Know when someone says yes. Practicing safe sex, using a condom. Okay. Getting regular checkups, making sure your body don't stink on some kind of other stuff. Right? These are fears that we have as women. We have fears that we stink. You know, it stink down there. Maybe it stink down there. We have a problem with that. And some men, you know, you don't perform. You're scared that you don't perform correctly. My wood don't get hard or don't stay hard. Do I satisfy her? Do I not satisfy her? These are all the things that run through our mind when we're trying to have good sex. And that's why it's very important to be have communication, open communication. Okay? Respecting another person's body, respecting their time, respecting what they can do, what they bring to the table. A woman respecting a man, that he has more strength, that he has more force. Him respecting her when she says, I'm not sure. How do I do that? What? And to be happy in these sex lives, people have to be. How do you be happy? How do we get to be happy? We want to hear from somebody. How do you make sure that your sexual relationship is happy or satisfying? I want to hear from somebody who can tell me something about what is a turn off and what's not a turn off. What's a turn on? Isn't it a turn on for the person to be into you? See, I wondered about that passport bro thing, right? Because passport bros, they go overseas and a lot of times they're dealing with pros, right? What does it feel like to pay for someone to touch you when they really don't want to touch you? How does that feel? I want to know. Can somebody explain to me, how do you even take your clothes off in front of someone and you paid them to touch you? I just don't see how that happens, you know, and I'm not doing that, right? So I'm just saying, how does that happen with somebody? You're not happy with your sex life. Maybe that's your only happiness is to pay. I don't know. I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear why you went to that measure. Okay. But I'm going to say, you're supposed to be happy. How do you be happy in the sex life, your sex life? Communicate with your partner a lot. Have honest discussions about likes, dislikes, what turns you on, what don't turn you on, what your boundaries are, what your fantasies are. See, I have a fantasy of having sex in this cold area, but in where I'm at, it's warm. Inside is warm, but outside is freezing, right? Just a weird little quirk of mine. I don't know. I don't know other people's stuff, right? But being free to express yourself, being free to express what you want and how you want it and when you want it, is a part of having sexual health and being happy with your sex life. It should always be communicated in a positive way, not like, why you don't want to suck my wood? Why you don't want to suck the snatch? Why you don't want to do those kind of things? But yet you want me to suck on you, but you don't want to suck on me. And that's one of the things that women really don't like, is when a man says, I want you to give me head or BJs. but you don't want to give me head or BJ. I don't do that. I don't do that. Years ago when I was younger, men would always say, men my age, oh, I don't do that. I don't do that. What do you mean you don't do that? If I take a nice hot bath and you take a nice hot bath and we both get out of the bathtub and we smelling good and we soft and we pliable and all that good stuff, you mean tell me you got a problem putting your mouth on me? But you don't have a problem with me putting my mouth on you? That's an inequality that people don't like. You put your mouth on me, but I can't put my mouth on you and vice versa or whatever, right? When you want to be happy in your sex life, you make it a priority, right? Don't you make it a priority? When you're in a relationship, you make it your business to be there, make time for intimacy, make time. Schedule it, schedule sex. Shit, every Friday we having sex. Every Friday and instead of we date night, let's have sex first. Hell yeah, let's have sex first. We're gonna have sex first, then we're gonna go to the movies. Then we're gonna have some good sex, then we're gonna go to the movies, and then you're gonna touch on me all night long. And then maybe when we get home, we're gonna have another round of sex. Because a lot of people have date night and then they go out and then they may get into an argument. Somebody might say something crazy, and then y'all ain't in the mood when you get home to have sex. Have sex first. Before you go on date night. Have sex first. Put the kids in the room, lock the door, do whatever. But do that first, then go out. Then you have a good time. Before you go out, right? Think about talking about having sex all night long after you've had sex. Make it an open, honest dialogue, right? You know what I like? I like it when you suck my toes, whatever. Or I like it when you suck on my ears. Or I like it when you kiss the back of my neck. Or actually, I like some people like to get their salad tossed or whatever. I ain't really sure about what that is. Whatever turns you on, right? But the one thing you gotta understand is what you like. You gotta know what you like. Because we too old on this planet. When you hit a certain age, you should know what you like. I like my toes sucked. I like my lips sucked. I like you kissing the back of my neck. I like to put your tongue in my ear. You know, I like it doggy style. Right? I like it this way. I like you on top. When you get a certain age, you should know what you like. You know what you like? We trying to improve our sexual satisfaction, our sexual health. That's first knowing your body. And then once you know your body, how to clean your body, how your body reacts to an orgasm, how your body reacts when you're aroused. Do you know how your body reacts when you're aroused? A lot of people don't even know. I know. I get real stupid in the brain when I get around a person that I'm attracted to. I start saying stupid shit. I know. I know this about me. Just random shit. Don't even know. Just trying to impress the person. I can't explain it. Just some goofy shit. Right? But the whole point is to get help. How you need to get help. When you need to get help. Talk to somebody about it. Talk to a counselor about it. And if you have any kind of dissatisfaction or any kind of dysfunction, get some help. All kinds of people out here that will get you help, will help you. Right? All kinds of things. Stop it, Leon, stop it. But you embrace Embrace the confidence of a sexual person, because that is a part of being on this planet. That is a part of being in relationships. That's a part of being a satisfying partner. You have to feel positive about your body, about their body, about every person in the situation. Otherwise, bad sex happens. Who on this planet has had bad sex? I'm sure once or twice we done had bad sex, right? Bad sex. Once I discovered what an orgasm was, I was like, I ain't having no more bad sex. I don't care. I don't care. We ain't having no bad sex. We gonna practice this until we get it right, right? But a lot of people are ashamed of their body, ashamed of sex, ashamed to be intimate with another person. Scared my ass might smell, scared my snatch might smell, scared that I come too quick. A man, he might come too quick. That's why foreplay is so important on a woman, and talking to her and knowing bad sex is bad. Oh, yes, yeah. But this is where you come into communicating with your partner, understanding what they want to satisfy them with. What turns you on? What is your deep? What you do is, when you're with your partner and you guys are being playful and you want to talk and you want to be intimate, get a sheet paper and a pen and tell them, I want to know your deepest, darkest secret, your deepest, darkest sexual pleasure. Well, hey, I want to hit it when the porn is on, or I want to watch porn and then we have sex and then practice what's on the porn, or I want to have sex outside in the rain at my job, or something crazy like that. You want this sexual experience. Look, life is not a trial. Life is life. And you only get one shot at it. I'm not saying we got to be deviant. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a normal, sexual, healthy relationship. Nobody wants to have bad sex. I was like, once I figured out what an orgasm was, ain't no way I'm having bad sex. And you got a body that works, and I got a body that works. Ain't no way we gonna have bad sex. So you need to know your sexual strength, and I know mine. I know what turns me on. I mean, you tell me what turns you on. I do it all night long. Tell me what's up, and I tell you, and you do the same thing, right? But the whole point is, you better be open. You better be open to whatever your partner says, right? Because some of us got some wild stuff that we like to do, and we don't tell nobody. You don't tell nobody that you like to watch people have sex. Yeah, I want you to call. I want you to call and tell me what you do to have this great, amazing sex. Because we all ain't having great, amazing sex. Well, y'all ain't having sex like me, because I ain't having no bad sex. I just ain't. So I'm saying, since a lot of people say they don't have orgasms, why y'all don't have orgasms? What the hell? You know your body. If you know you ain't having sex, you ain't having no orgasm, look, I need you to go to the sex toy store, and I need you to buy some damn things. Them bumblebee things, or whatever that, I forgot what they call, things, and I need you to put that on my clitoris, and I need you to work it until I come. Okay? These are the things people want to know when you're in a relationship. Life is too short to be sitting there not having good sex when there's toys and all kinds of crazy shit around that you can do your thing, right? Nobody. It's too much information out there for you not to have good sex. But it's all about communicating with your partner, experimentation, good sexual health, knowing that you're disease free or whatever, disease free, willing and open to hear your partner. What if your partner came to you and said, I ain't having an orgasm? What you gonna do? Are you gonna be open to them saying, look, I want you to, hey, look, I need you to put the Vaseline right there, and I need you to put I need you to do what you need to do sexually, because I'm not being turned on. I might be aroused. Women get aroused, but always have Vaseline. Don't let it be water-based. Water-based dries up. You need KY jelly. You need things that won't dry up. That's another tip. Not a water-based Vaseline, okay? Because that dries too quick, okay? And you should be healthy. You should be healthy. Healthy people come. Healthy people have orgasms. When you get older, the orgasms may not come as often. You know, your wood might not get as hard as you want it to be. But you want to try some things, experiment on some things. I'm more than willing to experiment. Are you willing to experiment? Are you willing to say, hey, I'm not having an orgasm, but I think I can have an orgasm like this. I think if you put, damn, it's vibrator. There it is. It just popped in my head. A vibrator. There you go. Use a vibrator. A vibrator. I love vibrators. I love them. I use it in the bedroom in a minute. If I'm going to a sexual encounter, I'm taking my vibrator. I want you to use this on me. Yeah, just like that. I want you to use it on me. And then I want you to watch me come. And then I'm going to watch you come. And then we're going to come together. Yeah. But these are things that I know about myself. What do you know about yourself? What do you know that turns you on? We're not talking about religion. We're talking about honest, open communication about why we're not having good sex lives. Why we're not having good sex. When all of the tools and all the information and all the counseling and all of that is here. Somebody said butt stuff. What do you mean butt stuff? Is that your thing? You like that? You like to be butt stuff? G Honda, what's going on? I mean, if you like gay stuff, you need to say you like gay stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what your sexual orientation is, right? But if that's what turn you on, that's what turn you on. I ain't no fan of it. I mean, I don't like it. You shouldn't have mentioned it, right? But I'm saying, focus on the health. Focus on your health. All of us should be sexually healthy. Lose weight so you can get into all those cracks and crevices. He can suck on all those cracks and crevices. She can suck on all those cracks and crevices, right? Get a good night's sleep. That's a part of why we don't have good sexual relations. We don't have enough time. We're not giving ourselves time because we're not having enough sleep. We're not getting enough sleep. Educate yourself about your body. Better still, educate yourself about her body or his body. Find out what it is that turns her on. Like I said at the beginning, a lot of women, when men pull their shaft down, they got to clean around the head. It's a little cheese whiz in there. Women have to pull their head back, and there's cheese whiz in there. Learn to clean yourself. Learn to be sexually clean. That's all I can say. Learn about his anatomy. Learn about her anatomy. Right? The whole point is to learn how pleasure works. Once you learn what turns you on, what makes you get turned on, then I know my body. Know your body first, and then learn her body or his body. Men, this is a alert for men. Just because you stick it in doesn't and pump in and out doesn't mean she's going to have an orgasm, because a lot of us women don't have orgasms that way. Okay, 10% of us don't have orgasms, right? But a lot of us don't have it. I am one of those people that I can't have orgasm when there's penetration. When you stick the wood in, that doesn't work for me. I'm never going to have an orgasm. So I know that you have to manually stimulate me. You have to, what I need to do is put my legs up in the air, and then you need to look down there, and then you need to start rubbing. Put the vibrator on it. You need to start doing that. And when I tell you I'm about to come, then you stick it in. I'm one of those people. A lot of people are like that. That's what you have to learn about your partner. Most women don't come when you do that. So you have to learn how to pleasure your partner. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. That's all I'm saying. Don't be embarrassed. This is one of the things that every person on the planet wants to experience, right? Most people want to experience sexual pleasure. So you have to know your body first. What turns your body on? What turns your mental thing on? What makes you pull the Vaseline out? And there ain't nothing wrong with pulling Vaseline. Shit, I give my own self orgasms. I love it. What the hell are you talking about? So I'm saying, learn to give yourself some. Then you'll be able to teach your partner what to give, how to give your partner sexual satisfaction. That's all I'm saying. In order for everybody keeps saying ain't nobody happy about their sex life. Some people don't get enough. Most people only get one sexual encounter per week. He said too much. I'm being real with y'all. I rub one out whenever I feel like it, because it's my body. Don't you rub one out when you feel like it? What's the difference? No, having sex once a week. Average people have sex once a week. When you're in a relationship, it's once a week. And if you don't have it once a week, it should be planned. It should be a date night. Shut up, Leon, you crazy. But all I'm saying is, if you're having problems or dysfunction, get some help. Call somebody. Call a therapist if you don't think your dick can get hard. Because sometimes it's stress, high blood pressure, diabetes. It could be all kinds of things wrong that makes you not be able to, your wood get hard, or she ain't turned on. But always keep some Vaseline. Make sure it's not water-based. Always make sure Vaseline is your friend. Vaseline. Every chance I get, I'll rub one out. Every chance I get. This is my body. And I know when I get turned on. Don't y'all know when y'all get turned on? I'm just saying, why we embarrassed about that? Everybody know when they get turned on, when things turn them on. What you do? What do you do? I want to hear. Somebody call in. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. Call me. Somebody call up and say, what the hell are you talking about, HQ? I'm keeping it 100. Didn't you hear didn't you see the thumbnail? Didn't the thumbnail say, why ain't you having good sex? And I said, these are the reasons why you may not be having good sex, because you're not communicating. You're not emotionally equipped to look at another person and say, let me see how I can satisfy her body. Let me see. Because when you want to hit the G spot, you stick your hand in there in a female just like this. Hold on, somebody calling me. Oh Lord.
Call from
Leon King.
Leon.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Hello, Leon.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing real good now.
Can y'all hear Leon? Tell me if you can hear him.
I'm doing real good.
So what do you have on? What do you have on the subject? No, I'm not irritated when they call. They just startle me.
Right now, I ain't got nothing on, girl.
Whoa, what? Wait a minute, hold on. Did you just say you ain't got no clothes on?
Well, very little. Shoot, I was fully dressed when the show began.
Wait a minute, this is not that type of show. That would be a show. That would be a show for just.
It seems that way.
Wait a minute.
I don't know. True story. My computer updated itself.
Okay.
Right at 6 o'clock, it just finished updating itself. I was like, okay.
Okay.
So I guess I'll go over to HQ.
What do you have on the subject? What do you have on the subject? What are you telling these young people?
You asking me what I got on, girl? I told you I ain't got nothing on.
You ain't got
No. Look,
this is Leon.
This is for real.
Okay.
I can't hear the show. I'm just talking. I got you on mute, so I don't know what and I'm just looking at the chat. But look, this is for real.
Okay.
Passport bros are not spending their hard-earned money going overseas to pay a prostitute.
Okay.
They are going over there looking for a wife.
Okay.
And that's just it. If they go somewhere and at that particular time they don't find a woman of their choosing, then they'll go elsewhere. But and this is the thing that I did not hear you say anything about.
What?
You're going to be dissatisfied with sex, throughout your life if you're not married.
I'm talking about sexual health. I'm not talking about marriage.
Let me talk. You've been talking for the last 20 minutes now.
Okay.
Now, marriage, right? We can talk about sex in the context of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're talking about sex not in the context of marriage, then you're just like a vampire floating from person to person, sucking out the lifeblood of the people that you encounter, and then you're making vampires of them. So let's talk about sex in the context of marriage.
Okay.
And I mean, why would I want now? I don't have any children, and all. But why would I want my daughter or my son floating through life looking for different partners that they can be satisfied with? There's a movie called Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes, with Tom Cruise and
Tom Cruise and his wife.
Right.
And I never I saw the beginning of it. I was like, I'm not watching this, But the thing is this: if we're not supposed to really be having sex outside of the context of marriage.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother conversation.
No.
We're talking about relational, so we're talking about relationship sex, whether it's marriage or not. That's what we're talking.
I don't, because once you start having sex with people that you are not married to, right? People that you don't have papers on, people that you can't show the court system that you got ownership over this person, and this person has ownership over you, that you're not legally bound in a financial, contract, because that's what marriage is. And if you're not married, then that means that you're single and you can go to, anybody you want and have sex with you.
Wait a minute. We got to answer this question, though. We got to answer this one question. Do
Yeah.
you have to be married in order to have sex?
Honey, you don't have to have a pilot's license to fly a plane, but it helps.
Yes,
You know,
it helps,
so
but it's
I
not
mean,
mandatory.
no. Listen. When you are out here slinging your goodies to the world, right?
Right.
Anything can happen. You know, I mean, these sexual transmitted diseases didn't just come about just because, there was a rainstorm one day. You know, these are things that are coming about because of our you can call it disobedience, you can call it God's punishment, you can call it any type of
Right.
chemical
Yeah, but
no
we're talking in the context of relationships, whether it's marriage or not. We're not talking about the consequences. We're talking about having good sex. You're talking about a different subject. Of course, a lot of people would want to have sex only in marriage. A lot of people would, but we have to take into account our people are not getting married. Only like 25% of us get
and
married.
that's too low a statistic
Right,
to
but
be
it's the
coming
truth.
back from. If you know anything about statistics, there becomes a point that the stats become too low to come back from, and we're already almost at that point if we haven't already come past that point. And that's the thing, is that we have got to get back to sex within marriage, you know,
Yes. Yes.
and that's it.
But in the meantime,
But in the meantime, you having sex with these different people, right?
I'm not saying with different
You
people.
having all this good sex, as you call it, with these people that you're not married to, and then if you don't get married to them and you break up with them, now you're all depressed because your little Lala, she done took the monkey and given it to somebody else, or you married because your man done took that meat, that good project meat, and he giving it to somebody else. And
Yes.
and then you're all depressed, and
You called, but
you
wait a minute.
need
What is
therapy,
it?
and
But see,
you
you
don't know what
cannot.
you're doing.
We're not here to regulate people's moral decisions. We're here to regulate their sexual health.
Hold
That's
on, Black
different.
America.
That's
I'm
different from what
55 years
you're
old.
talking about.
You can call that old as hell as you. That's old as hell. 55 is old as hell. Yeah, I am old as hell. So
But that's not the whole point.
I
The whole
can't
point
slice
is,
it any other way. 55 is old as hell, but you don't want to fuck with this. This here is not what you want. But look,
what?
HQ.
What's going on? Hold on. Now, for every five, like one, most of the time you coming across as morally superior, and then all of a sudden you say something wild, like you just said. You don't want to mess with this. What are you talking? Wait a minute, hold on. I ain't even finna go down this rabbit hole with you, Leon. We can go down a rabbit hole.
No. I was looking at the chat, but no. He said he sounds old as hell, and I was like, yeah, I am. It's like a white boy saying, look, I can't dance.
But the
I'm a
whole
black
point,
guy.
but you got to stick to the topic.
But
Otherwise,
okay,
you're gonna piss off the whole
okay. I'm
small
not
crowd.
looking at the chat. I'm talking to you about this. This is. I'm not looking at this as a moral situation. I really am not. I'm looking at this as how are you going to get the results that you want out of life? Are you going to get the results that you want out of life?
But you got to focus on what we're talking about.
Any and everybody that you want to have sex with.
Okay, for Leon, what if I don't belong to a church? What if I'm not religious?
We're not talking about a church. We're talking about just, the reality of living in this world.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Sexual health. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about we have to be sexually responsible, sexually healthy, emotional human beings. That's what I'm talking about.
That's not emotionally healthy to be going off, being with this. First, you give your virginity to this one person that doesn't want you, right? That doesn't stay with you. That's where it starts with. If your sexual experience begins with that, and then the next person, and then the next person, and then the next person.
But we're not talking about it. But you're talking about multiple.
Going around, don't you see that it's not getting that's not a healthy.
Yeah, but you're talking about multiple people. I'm not talking about multiple people. I'm talking about the person that you're with in the present time. Well, that's one person. You're having sexual discovery with that one person, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different people. That's not what we're talking about. You're on a different focus. I'm on whoever you're with, have sexual relations with, whoever you're having sex with, be emotionally and physically and mentally in tune in the present with that particular person. Okay.
Well, wouldn't that constitute being in a permanent relationship with that person?
Because we have a 25% marital rate in our community. I am not on the focus of being married before you have sex.
Then what happened to the person that you was with before the person that you're with now?
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're not talking about multiple people. We're just talking about the person you're with right now.
How can you have a healthy relationship when you got 15 people in your past?
You can, wait a minute. I'm not one of those people that believe you can only have one person, and that one person that you have sex with for the rest of your life, and you can't have more. I don't subscribe to that. You subscribe to that. I don't. I subscribe to whoever you're with at that particular time is the person that you're supposed to be in tune with, whether that's a person that you're married to or a person you're in a relationship with. You're talking about the different thing. That's not the focus. The focus is having good sexual relations with whatever person, whether it's the 5th person or the 10th person or the first person. Okay. I don't believe you can't get forgiven. You can't be forgiven for your past. Just because I've had 5 men in my past doesn't mean I cannot have a sexual healthy relationship with the 6th man. That doesn't even make sense.
So you don't forgot about the 5th, the 1 through 5 men. They just out of your mind.
Right.
You just don't even think about them at all.
Right. I mean, I don't know how other women or other men function. I don't think of them at all. I've had more than 2 or 3 lovers. Well, why would I be thinking about them?
Do you know that professional? I'm gonna give an example of a professional.
And then we're gonna get another caller because I got somebody saying, "Give me a call." They want to give me a call.
Yeah. I just wanted to kick it off and everything. I wanted to, patronize your show.
Well, thank you, sir. Like, subscribe, and share, please.
Yeah. Okay. But the thing is that a professional wrestler said, look, we're on the road X amount of days out of the year, and we've got these 2 or 3 or 4 women coming up to our hotel rooms after the show and doing all kinds of freaky things with us. And then we come out. And listen, I'm about to land my plane.
Okay.
And they're having all of these freaky things done to them on the road, and then they try to come home and have a relationship with this just one woman, and the wrestler said it's not gonna work.
There's a lot of
So,
people on this planet that have had multiple relationships, and they've been able to acquire intimacy even in the fourth relationship or even in the fifth relationship. There's plenty of people who do it, men and women. Just because a woman has more than one lover does not mean she cannot connect with a man. I've had more than one lover, and I'm able to connect with whoever I feel that I need to connect with. I've always been in the present with whatever lover I have had. So I don't support when people say, well, a woman can't have one lover or three lovers or four. I don't believe that because I know it not to be true.
do
That's
you
all I'm
know what
saying. I know it's not to be true.
Do you know what happens with an extension cord that gets used and not properly put up?
What?
It develops a short, and that's all I'm saying is that by and I'll let you go and everything, So
Thank you, Leon.
yeah,
Thank you.
I just wanted to patronize your show.
Thank you,
See-
sir.
See you tomorrow night.
Tomorrow? No, it'll be Monday. Oh, tomorrow
you
night.
might-
Yeah, I'll be there. Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody come in and we can hit Leon. Leon was finna go a little bit. See, I almost got him. He almost got to talking crazy. He almost. But he was on a different focus. I was focusing on, and we were focusing on one person, one partner, the partner that we have now, the partner that we want to connect with right now. Sexual health. Not being promiscuous with 3, 4, 5 different people at the same time, but one person at one time. Meat clashing, sexual experience. Not all experiences have to be mind-blowing either. I thought it was deep into crazy. You mean deep into crazy? How is this crazy? How does he think this is crazy? Why is sexual talk crazy? There is no sexual talk. What Leon was saying was within the context of marriage. Of course, people want to be in relationships in the context of marriage, in the context of being in a bound relationship. We all want to see that, right? But that's not how our community is built, how our community is working. Our community is working with 25% of people getting married, right? So what about the other 75%? We all ain't supposed to have no sex? Y'all crazy as hell. If I'm going to go around, I know how to take care of my sexual health. I know how to be faithful to one person. We all know how to be faithful to one person. Okay. Communication. Okay. We have to be emotionally aligned with someone else for us to have that satisfaction. If you just want to get off, you just want to have a nut. Anybody can have a nut, right? I'm not one of those people that I just like to have a nut with a stranger. I like to have a connection with the person. I want to hear some moans, some grunts, some whatever. We don't do bad sex. So not having bad sex or attempting not to have bad sex, we have to do some things. We have to do some confessions. And bad sex, no, good sex does not happen boom like that. Good sex takes practice. Good sex takes experimentation. Good sex needs to have open communication. Okay? Open communication with your partner. I like your legs over here. I like your legs on the couch. I like you bent over the couch. I like you in the car. I like BJ's in the car. Come to my job and give me a BJ. Yeah, I love it. That's what I want you to do. I overheard this lady talking one time. She was talking about, he didn't do nothing but come over my house and give me some head. I was like, what? Wouldn't that be fucking amazing? Wouldn't that be fucking amazing? Right? Especially when that shit, she just said that line and that shit just turned me on like that. I was like, wow. Do motherfuckers be doing that? They be going to the job giving people BJs and shit like that. There must be some serious fantasies out there, boy. Wouldn't you like to have a partner who knew what your fantasy was? And every chance they got, they hit that spot just like that. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My husband used to say, I like it dirty. What do you mean you like it dirty? My husband used to say that to me. I like it dirty. What do you mean dirty? What that mean, bruh? Early in our marriage, I like it dirty. Yeah. I figured out what you like. The whole point was I was willing to learn. He wasn't into no porn. He was just like grabbing it. He was just like spontaneous. But most of us don't like to have spontaneous sex. We doing stuff. Yeah, no showers. Like, come home from work. Come in the room. Tell them damn kids to go outside. Lock the door. When them kids go outside, lock the door. I ain't having no flashbacks. I don't need no flashbacks. I get current sex. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Are we happy with the sex life that we're getting? Are we happy with the sex that we are getting? Have you told your partner exactly how you like it? Single or not? Of course, we'd love to be in a marriage, Leon, but that's not practical right now. Not when young people don't want to get married. Not when older people can't find an older person like them to have the sexual compatibility. Wait, I don't have no weird shit. I don't want to do no weird shit, but I'm gonna take you through some paces before we get done. Because I like it that way. But you got to tell me how you like it. And we got to tell each other how we like it. And you can't shame me because I like to do doggy style. And I can't shame you if you like to watch porn while you hitting me. That's a part of being in a relationship. We aligning. We emotionally connected. You doing the thing, I'm doing the thing. Right? And we having a good time together. Me and you. It's like dislikes, fantasies. Kama Sutra, that's a good one. Have y'all ever tried the scissor sex? Lord have mercy. I remember when I had an orgasm doing the scissor sex, I was dead. I was like dead. The scissor sex. All those different positions in the Kama Sutra. Yeah, I read that when I was in college too. Right? They got it online. You can get it online. You can buy. You can do all of these things. So my whole point is, look, we're always talking about we don't have an orgasm. Women first. Learn your body. Learn your body. Learn your body. Learn what makes you smell, what doesn't make you smell, what arouses you, what turns you on, what someone said, what is said that turns you on. And I'm talking about eliminate the shame. Stop being ashamed of your sexual self. You are never going to have good sex, ladies, because this is our problem. People keep telling us we need to keep our legs closed. We should not have sexual desire. And that's just not true. We are sexual human beings just like men. We have desires, wants, needs, all of these things just like men. Great. People want to be in a relationship. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about relationship sex. I'm talking about sex, period, whether you're in a relationship or you're not. I'm talking about communicating your fantasies. Kama Sutra book, sexology. Oh, wow. I'm not saying cheating or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying know your body as a female. Know what you like sexually. Know what turns you on. Know that you like a vibrator. Know you like the butt plugs. Gianna said something about liking butt plugs. These are things that you got to know about yourself. I know I don't like butt plug. I know I don't like that. I ain't even doing that. But some people are turned on by doing that. Sonic rings. Right? So I'm saying, find these things out before you get involved sexually. I know I don't want to get pregnant. So therefore, I'm going to check out all of the ways in which I cannot get pregnant. Do I use condom, female condom, pills, IUD, all of those things? Those are the things that you check out if you're an adult human being who wants to be involved in sexual relationships. You don't recklessly get out there and be in relationships, be in sexual relationships without being responsible for your body and the sex that you have. Hell no, I don't want to get pregnant by you. I'm taking all the precaution in the world not to get pregnant. I don't want to get pregnant by nobody. That's the thought process that every female should have. I'm not getting pregnant by anybody until we get married. You're good enough to marry before we have kids. So therefore, you take care. See, you shouldn't worry about somebody else taking care of their sexual health. You take care of your sexual health. Your sexual health means every man that you have sex with, he has to have a condom on. And every time a female has sex, she should be on some kind of birth control. Okay? This is taking care of your mature, healthy adult sexual behavior. I mean, I don't understand it with all of the information online and all of that. People say, I'm not sexually satisfied. Why not? Why not? When you know how your orgasm go, when you know how to have an orgasm, when you know how to give yourself an orgasm, why the hell can't you teach him how to give you an orgasm? Why the hell you can't teach her how to give you an orgasm? Why you can't tell her what you like, how you like it, when you like it, dirty, nasty, clean, outside, inside, 2 people, 3 people, 1 person. Watch her come on her own. You sit in a chair and watch her do her own self. This is called sexual health. Why are you not satisfied with your sexual health? Because people aren't doing the things they're supposed to do in order to have good sexual health. Clean love making only. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's not. Sometimes I like it dirty in the closet. It just is what it is. Ain't nobody ashamed of that. Okay. I grew up Catholic too, and we felt ashamed. We felt a lot of shame because a lot of people say you cannot be out here with your legs open, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is be involved with your sexual health. Be responsible with yourself. I'm saying with the partner in which you're at, whether that's 1 partner, the 5th partner, or the 10th partner, be responsible with every partner that you get with. Okay? Be responsible with every partner that you get with. You don't want children? Make sure you're not doing things to get children. You don't want to get disease? Make sure you're doing things not to get a disease, right? Sexual health. Okay. And if you don't want sexual, see, I could, have a conversation with Leon, but I'm not a religious person. I don't come from a religious point of view. My life is not seen through a religious lens. My life is just seen through a regular, ordinary person on this planet's lens. I could see through a religious lens, but I don't. And I understand what I understand what Leon is saying, but in the context of what we're doing on this planet, how we're acting on this planet, we need to be more responsible with our bodies and what we do. Should no man come to me and say, "Hey, heathen queen, sometimes these women don't wash their ass." What? There's women out here having sex and they ain't washing their ass first? That's the first thing I taught my daughters. If you know you're gonna have sex, take a bath. Scrub that snatch, scrub it. Open it up wide. Let all the soap and sit and get in there. Scrub it. Sit in that bath, soak in that bath, ass crack, everything. Before you let a man in between your legs. And then he gonna come back and say some crazy shit like I heard JP say one time. Ooh, her body odor was foul. And I was gonna hit it, but her body odor was foul. Ain't no way a woman should be walking around with a body odor and she finna have sex. Get your ass in the bath, lay down, stay in that bathtub for 10, 20, 30 minutes until you know you clean. Scrub it some more, scrub it some more. Same thing with men. Pull the foreskin back. You got foreskin. You still got the skin on your dick. Pull it back. Clean all the cheese whiz off them over there. Get in the bath. Soak. We want all that. Because some people don't know how to take baths. A bath will clean a lot of things. I'll come out smelling like a damn baby. And this is how we take care of our sexual health. How we have better sex. Communicate. Now you know damn well that if you 5'2" and she 6'10", there's gonna be a problem. Or she weighs 600 pounds, there's gonna be a problem. Don't get into no mixed matched relationships like that where you know you're not gonna be satisfied. You're gonna open up her legs and then smell all that funk. Hell no. Cause she too big. No. If you like big girls, hey, some of y'all like big girls. Run a bath for her and tell her to get in the bath. We're gonna have sex after you have a bath. Ain't nothing wrong with the big girls. That's what I said. I said throw her big ass in the bathtub and scrub her ass down. Then have sex with her. That's all. I ain't saying nothing else. Big girls need love too. Big boys need love too. But they got to wash their ass before they open their legs and that shit get to smelling or whatever. I'm not saying just big people have smell. Skinny people have smell too. But some people didn't learn how to wash their ass. Okay? Showers don't do it. Showers don't get in between. You need to quit. Inside Odyssey, you need to quit. All I'm saying, we express our satisfaction differently. Okay? Men don't like the fact that they may not perform well in the bedroom. You know, your stuff get hard, then it gets soft, you come too quick. Look, we have a difference of time. Women and men have difference of time. Okay? We have a difference of time in the body. Me, I can only tell you about me. I'm not going to come if you just do this. No. No. And I will tell you right then, I will tell you if that's what you start to do. Because I'll let a man out if I get involved with a man, I first get involved with a man. I let him. I see what he can do. I'll see. Does he know the basic model of a female? Does he know that your G spot is stick your finger in the hole, woman's vagina, stick it in there, and do like this, and the G spot is right there. Okay, it's right there. I'll see if he knows what to do. Do you know what to do? Then, if I see that you don't know what to do, I'll give you a little instruction. This is what I like. Right? But you should be a quick study. You should be a quick study. Right? If you are in alignment with your body and you have taken it upon yourself to study a female body or a male body. If you have taken it upon yourself to study another body, your body and the other person's body, you should be a quick study when it comes to sex. I shouldn't tell you what a G-spot is. Who doesn't know what a G-spot is? That's why I keep saying it. Put your finger in the cooter cat, do like this, and the G-spot is like 2 or 3 inches in. And you rub on that gently, not. I had one dude put it. I was like, "Get your ass off me." That's exactly what I said. Get your ass off me. No, that's not how that works. It's more of a move your finger around, rub, right? And women, when you pull the foreskin back, you pull your foreskin back. And your clitoris is right there. You pull that foreskin back and your clitoris and the clitoris is right there. You rub on that. That's how you have orgasms. You rub on that. Men rub on that. Pull his foreskin back on the female. Rub on that. Okay? All I'm saying is we trying to have some good sex around here, right? What we doing? We grown adults on here. This Friday night. Pull a woman's skin back. No, she's standing right there. Just pull that skin between your legs. Do just like that. Boom. And there's a little thing. It's like this. Start rubbing on that. And you keep rubbing on it until she comes. Or you put the vibrator on it. Rub all over it until she comes. And most women come like that. Most women do. Because I just said pull the foreskin back, and then there's a little ball right there. When you pull that foreskin back, it's like this. This is the foreskin. This white paper is the foreskin. You pull it back, and then there's going to be a little ball right there. Rub on that little ball. Okay? Okay? That's how a woman comes. Stop thinking. Pull the foreskin back, and it's a little ball right there. Rub on that ball with a vibrator, your finger, your tongue. That's how she comes. Boom, boom, boom. Because we trying to have some good sex in here. We ain't trying to have no bullshit in here. There ain't no bullshit. Yeah, it looks like a roll of deodorant top. There you go. Roll on deodorant top. Just like that. Rub on it. Keep on doing it. And you have to rub on it for a while before you stick it in. Because if you stick it in, you don't have your hand is not free enough. If your hand is not free enough to rub on that nub, rub on this ball. So you can't be sticking it in, doing like this and think you finna make her come. No. You rub on that thing, kissing, touching, doing all this good stuff. And then when she starts squirting, then you stick it in. Okay? That's how that works. So we're trying to have good sex. Who gonna call me in? Who gonna call in and let me know what's going on? Women do have foreskin. It's the same thing as women. It's the same thing as men. You pull it back. Yes. And underneath that, you can have whiz. Men have cheese whiz when they pull. When men have cheese whiz when they pull the foreskin back, women have cheese whiz. You have to pull that back and clean it. Same with men. Same with women. Same thing. Okay. So this is all I'm saying. These are things we have to talk about because we are not having good sex. So if you're not having good sex, what are you doing? You just out there meat clashing? We just out here doing whatever, because we think this is it. A lot of people are happy without having the sex. It's just too much problem. It's just too much headache. I just can't have no. What? You don't want to take the time to understand why she wants to be sexually satisfied too. I hear a lot of men say, I'm just going to stick it in. How you just sticking it in? How you just sticking it in? How does that work? And expect to get satisfaction from it. Are you getting satisfaction from it? Or are you just talking? Trying to get your stuff off? Okay. My whole point is, let us know about what you're doing. Are you upfront and honest with your partner? Are you telling your partner that you want it this way? But then if you're just one of those people that jump from body to body to body to body, I guess you can't communicate how you like it all the time. But if you're in a relationship, you're able to communicate with your partner and let your partner know. Be honest about what you like, how you like it, when you like it, where you like it, with whom you like it. Try new things. Be intimate with your partner, mentally, physically. Be vulnerable. Okay. And you have to get your whole body involved with this sexual thing. Hey, she don't feel like having throw them kids outside one time, or take them kids down the street to your mama's house, or take them kids down to your girlfriend's house. Hey, girl, can you watch kids for 3 hours? Can y'all watch the kids for about 3 hours? Go home, have sex with your woman. Go home, have sex with your husband. Give your husband a blowjob on the kitchen floor. Do something. Because the whole point is, we're out here telling women are, that we're not being satisfied sexually. And why is that? I say it's not all his fault. I say you women don't know how to open your mouth. We got one calling. Who is this?
From
Hipster League.
to accept, press 1. To send
Hipster League, what you got to say?
Hey, HQ, it's Raquel.
Hey, Raquel, how you doing?
I'm good. I love your show tonight. It's so juicy.
Yeah. I'm trying to get us together with this sexual divide that we have. Women are saying they're not having good sex, like they're not having orgasms, right? We hear that all the time. Now, whose problem do you think that is? Is it his fault that he doesn't know how to give her an orgasm, or is it her fault because she's not communicating what makes her get an orgasm?
I think it could be both, right? Like she could be not communicating the things that she likes,
right?
Expecting him to just read her mind, you know? And then maybe, you know, for some guys that are into porn, you know, maybe they're doing things that they've seen on TV that aren't necessarily relatable to a normal person in bed.
Right.
So it could be a little bit of both. Like my husband knows that, like, if the kid is up, then it's pretty much a no-go for me. You know,
right.
You know, so like what you were just saying, you know, like put the kids out of the house. Like my kid is a tech junkie, so my husband will say something like, and I don't want to hear about this any other time outside of HQ, but he'll say, let's go to the storage. We got to go get something. Me and your mama got to go pick something up out of the storage unit. And then we'll go to the storage unit. And sometimes we make it into the storage unit and sometimes we don't. You know what I'm saying? But it happens in between the house and the storage unit, and then we come back refreshed and you know, so I think maybe adding a little bit of spontaneity into your sex life too will make like your man be more receptive to listening to what you want in the bedroom, but don't expect for him to know. Right.
And I say that same thing, but it first starts out with you knowing your body and what turns your body on. Sometimes people don't have enough time. We don't have enough time in the day to really have a full sexual experience, right?
Right, like where he lights the candles or sets the music. Right. Totally. Yeah.
So you need to know what turns you on like ASAP. What ASAP. We only got 10 minutes. We got a kid that's coming home in 10 minutes. Now, if you want to, right?
Like my husband will be like, we got to go get this Christmas tree out the garage. And then we'll go down to the garage for a minute.
My husband used to say, you lock them kids outside. Lock them kids outside. Right? So it's a matter of you communicating what you want, knowing how to get there, right? Because a woman is difficult for her to have an orgasm. So she should know what makes her have an orgasm, right? She should know before she even gets into a sexual relationship what makes her have an orgasm. Because normally most women, you have to do certain things in order for her to have one, right? And
and if you're doing certain things and you're not getting the reaction that you would like to get, you know, you should probably say, oh, you know, you didn't like that. Okay, well, how do you like it? Like sometimes you have to kind of coax that information out of your lady. So be receptive to what you're doing and if it's working. Like,
but we also cannot forget about men. Not all men need to want to stick it in and that's all they want to do. Sometimes they want to do other things too. So we have to be in tune with what they want as well. This comes from being in a relationship and having those communication, being able to communicate with your partner and say, hey, I like it this way. You like it this way? Okay, so how do we get this in the context of 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever?
Right.
You know, how do we do that? Yeah. Or if you have a date night, like if you have a date night and you know, let's have sex first. Let's have sex before we go on a date. Then we can get the sex out of the way and we can relax and have a good time. Because if I get home and I'm tired, and you may,
know it's a no, right? Yeah. So that's usually why I just get it done in the car. Because I know after that steak and that champagne, once I see the bed, it's done. So let me, to avoid the attitude in the morning, you know, let's just handle this right now, like right now.
Right. And I get it. I heard somebody on another show say, you're obligated to give me sex. Do you think people are obligated to give you sex? I'm a 3 o'clock in the morning sex person. I like sex in the morning.
I am too. I like, you know, to me, it doesn't matter when, you know, I'm pretty much like Janet Jackson, anytime, any place, but like,
But it's something about 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, it is. Like, it's dark, ain't nobody up but y'all.
And you don't have to go to work right then. Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to work right then. Right. So that's why I would say I'm a 3:00 in the morning person. 3:00 in the morning is good. I'm good to go. You wake me up, I'm good to go, right? But the whole
try that. I'm gonna try what you said to do it before dinner.
Do it before dinner.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Because you're anticipating. Isn't that mostly the conclusion that most people want? They want to have a nice date night and then they have sex. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. So you might as well just give it to them first.
Right.
So give it to that tomahawk steak instead of the little petite steak.
And therefore, when we get home, if I'm too tired, then you can't say you didn't get no sex. Or he can say the same thing. I didn't. I know I'm tired, but I had the sex before we went, so I'm good to go. Right. So the whole point is that you want to enjoy your partner. But you don't want to enjoy your partner and then anticipating sex. And I'm tired. I'm tired. Right?
No, so I think with ladies, they get in trouble with saying that sex is a chore. It is your duty as a wife to give your husband sex. So when I say earlier, like when I've said times before, like your home is what you make it, that includes the sex that you give your husband. It can be a raggedy experience, or it can be like however you make it, those cute little 10 minutes in the garage, or 45 minutes at 3:00 in the morning. But however it go, like when he's brushing his teeth and you just like, well, hurry up and get this before you go to work. Like that is like how you I like fucking them up like that, because then it's just like whatever you were thinking about getting into that day, maybe you will chill out because you're thinking about when you were dropping that toothpaste places where you probably shouldn't have,
and sometimes we do it, we as women do it because we know we got other things to do after you come home.
You are so right, HQ. I got to do the swim practice.
Yeah, I ain't got time to be dealing with you at 9:00 tonight.
Yeah.
Let's get it done. Let's get it done before you go to work. So
I got to do cart by the horse tomorrow for 14 hours.
I ain't got time to bother with you. We gonna do this right now. So I mean, it's just having a sexual partner that you know and you're comfortable with, and you're happy and healthy with that person, and you don't feel like I gotta chase and do this, that, and the third. It's all that's a part of how I love being married. When I loved being married in that way, where I didn't have to chase another person, figure out, are they sexually attracted to me? Are they not? Am I doing the right thing?
Am I doing it right? Right. Yeah.
And so I understand his body. He understands my body. All of those things.
Yeah. So true. And that is something as married women, we usually take for granted. That those are the things that we don't have to worry about. And I think that should even be more of an encouragement to women to, put out some more, give it to your husband some more.
Yeah, be more creative ways. The submissive thing. That you have to have sex, that he wants to have sex. Make it a priority. Look, you don't have to have sex, the whole physical thing of sex. But I mean, why can't he have a BJ every once in a while? Hey, I didn't have sex with you this week, but you got 2 BJs, right?
Yeah, see, my husband's birthday is next week. And he's off, so it's going to be BJ's galore. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Look, I ain't in the mood to have no sex, but I know you want something, so I'm going to take care of you. Don't worry about that, baby. I got you. But I know that I got to deal with the kids all week. Leave me alone, but I got you in the morning before you go to work. See,
and HQ, I say that sometimes. I'm like, hey man, like I know I gave you like a weak ass back rub last night, but tonight I'm gonna put it down. Like I might say that to him at lunchtime, and then like by 4:00 he's like, you remember what you said, right? And I'm like,
I know. And my husband used to do the same thing. Now you said, you said, now don't make me kick the kids out. No, I got you. Don't worry about
Right,
that.
right.
You, right? So you keep those promises. We keep those promises as a wife, as a mate.
Yes.
You got to keep those promises, right? You can't back out of them and say, no, I don't feel like it. No, that's not how that works.
No. So true.
You have to do what you need to do in order to keep that intimacy going, that physical satisfaction going, and it gives you a deeper relation and connection with another person when you do what you're gonna say, you do what you say you're gonna do, when you're going to do it, and then you know the person's body well enough to say, hey, this is
I'm
what
gonna
I
do it
want.
the way you like it.
I'm gonna do it the way you like it. Yeah, I get it. All right. That's the way we gotta look at it.
Look at us. Yes, that's so true. So
Right.
I'm glad that we had this little chat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let the next caller call in.
Thank you,
I did send you
Raquel. Thank you.
a Cash App. So I hope you got it. I hope I sent it to the right place.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Uh-oh.
Call from.
Greg.
To accept, press 1.
Thank you.
Hello, Greg.
How you doing, HQ? How you doing this evening?
I'm fine. I'm up here wilding. What's going on? What's up with you?
Nothing. I was just watching you live right now, you and Rachel. I'm getting ready for tomorrow night, just like you ladies are.
Okay.
I
So
really
what do you
appreciate
think
all
of the
you-
subject? What do you think of the topic? What do you have?
Hey,
What information?
I'm all with you guys. I'm with you, like you said. I can roll over 3, 4 in the morning, and I'm right there. I'm ready. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the new one that you put out there was get it out the way before y'all go to a date. I go, oh, that's a great idea. I mean, you got me smiling, laughing. I wrote this one down. I'm gonna put it in my notes. That's gonna be something I'm definitely going to try to do. Oh yeah,
Right.
for sure.
I mean, get it out the way before you go on a date. That way, if she get tired on the way home, you know how they get tired,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're like, no,
Oh,
we
man.
got it in before we left, so I'm good, right?
You ladies have got me rolling. Y'all definitely on point tonight. It is wonderful. Always trying to catch your videos when I can, and when I can, I just go back and just do the replay game. That's
Right.
me, replay game.
Right.
Because I'm working all day. I do maintenance, so I do work a lot. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
I do appreciate you ladies.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. You
I-
have anything else
I
on the
just wish-
subject? You have anything else on
I
the
just
subject?
I just wish we can clone you ladies so the world can be a better place, because the way it's coming up now is just ridiculous. So I just wish there was more ladies like you guys. Really, I really do.
I mean, we
really
can
do.
only help. We can only help a little bit at a time. We can only help a little bit at a time. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully people hear the message. I don't want people to be ashamed of their body. That's half of our problem. We're
Yes,
ashamed. Women are ashamed of their body. Some of them only have sex under the cover.
Oh no.
Some of them don't want to pull the cover off. You got to throw the cover on. We can't have sex with the lights on.
Nah. I
You
want to
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all through the house. Yeah.
Men will have sex without the light. Will have sex with the light on. Just have sex. Women just got to pull the cover. Oh, I got to cover my body. I don't want to see my stretch marks. Shoot, you gonna see these stretch marks. You gonna see them up close. You gonna put your tongue on them.
Yep. You already know that's going down like that. Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm saying, let's not be ashamed of wanting the intimacy and the physical satisfaction of sex. That way we can have better sex, right? Know your body. Make sure your body is clean.
It's always going to be better sex like that. But I guess a lot of people, or a lot of women, or a lot of men, I want to make sure I cover our bases, just insecure within themselves. But
Right.
it's all about being safe and secure within yourself, especially with your partner. I mean, come on now.
Right.
Especially with your partner, you talking about this the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life. Y'all both should be secure no matter what.
Right. I mean, that's in the context of if you're a married person. But if you're not a married person, you also should be confident in your sexual self. If you're having a relationship, we're talking in the concept of relationship. You shouldn't be ashamed to do anything with this person if this person has been honest enough to tell you their deep, dark secret. Okay.
Yep.
I want to tell you if I with you 6 months, I want to be able to tell you my deep, dark secret. I like my toes sucked. I like my salad tossed. I like whatever.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm with you. Trust me. Because like to me, like when I get a woman, I like, well, a special woman. And I only deal with special individuals because when I'm with a person, I'm with that person. Like I tell them, I'm going to baptize your whole body. And that's just what I do.
Right.
I mean, that's just how I am. That's the person I am, the man that I am.
Right.
You know, so I just make it hard for the next person if there's going to be a next person. But like I said, I raise the bar that high, whereas though they'd be like, no, this ain't going to happen. Yeah.
I learned a long time ago, if I'm going to have sex, we gonna have good sex, because I ain't going to be wishing that I was with somebody else. I ain't going to be wishing that you did it this way. We gonna do it the way we gonna do it, because we gonna have the good sex.
Yeah, and like you was telling, like,
to have the good sex.
And like you was telling Rich, like, hey, you like it this way, I'll do it this way. How you like it, different. But just get to know that person and what they like, what turns them on, spot they is. I mean, it's all about, like you say, getting to know the body and getting to know that person. That's what it's all about. But they
first got to get to know their body first.
Yeah, yep.
And a lot of people don't even know what turn. A lot of people don't even know what turn them on, their cells on, right? They don't even know.
Man.
How do you not know what turns you on, right? That's what you explore first.
Yeah, your own body. That's right. Yep. You're right about that.
Your body first. You explore what you like first, what turns you on first, and then you go and try to find out what the other person's body is, what the other person likes, right?
Yeah. When I do that, I get to find they tickle spots. Stuff like that. The body as a whole, it's like a puzzle. It's like amazing me. I get to learn something new. I know what this does. Your toes. Oh yeah. I've been doing this I was born in 1976. I'm 48. I'm enjoying this life.
Right.
I just enjoy each day I wake up. I try to make the next day better than the last, and I just enjoy it.
It's just that I just don't see the point. You get to a certain time in your sexual being where you say, hey, look, I done had bad sex.
Yeah.
I done had bad sex. Who wants to have bad sex? Right? Nobody wants to have bad sex.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying orgasm is the end result all the time. Sometimes it's not. Because if I give BJ's, I'm not having no orgasm. You the one having the orgasm. So
same way right there.
Right.
Yep. Same way right there. I used to do that a lot. I used to like when I was dating in my early years, women be upset like, how you gonna sleep next to me and not have sex? Then when I used to have sex with them, I used to make sure I pleased them, because it's always about me pleasing the next person. That's how I was brought up. You make sure your partner is pleased, and in return, you're going to get pleased. That's just how I was brought up in my household with my mom and dad. My dad really taught me a lot, but yeah, just make sure you please that person, and in return, you're going to get pleased back. It's all about knowing your body and knowing that person and getting to know each other.
And you make sure that that's communicated, because a lot of what I hear out here is people trying to shame you because you're having sex. Shame. You should be ashamed. You shouldn't be wild. You shouldn't like that. You shouldn't. No, that's not how we're built or we're made on this planet. I'm not saying have sex after one person. I'm saying when you're in a relationship and it's one-on-one and you guys are doing your thing, make sure you understand exactly what that person likes.
Yep.
Exactly what you like. I'm not saying you do it every time you turn around, you're doing multiple people. That's not what we're saying. We're saying be all in and present when you're with a person.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I was never with like having multiple sex, because like you just say, I got to be all in on that person. So I don't got time to be being all in on two different people. I just don't. For my work schedule, my kids, anytime free time I do get, it goes into the woman I'm with. So yeah, I got to give it my all, and that's what I just do.
Right. With us being as busy human beings, sometimes it needs to be scheduled. Sometimes it needs to be scheduled. Look, hey, You promised me that BJ. My husband, you say, hey, you
no,
said that
right.
BJ on Thursday now. That BJ on Thursday, and I want you to surprise me when it happened. He used to say that. I wanted to be, look, I wanted to be a surprise when you come for me.
Yeah.
I wanted to be spontaneous and all that, right?
When I was listening to you and Rachel, I was just taking down notes. I'm like, man, I ain't trying this. Let me try them. I just write down notes and I just implement them into my life. That's just it. Right. Especially in my second life, you take notes and try to implement them. Because as humans, we always want to get better.
Right.
Like the best thing I like doing, I like being wrong. Because if I'm wrong, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna learn. I'm going to grow and I'm going to improve myself. But nowadays, people they can't admit when they're wrong or even take accountability, which is. That's just a mind-blowing thing for me.
See, I look at it this way. This life is not a test run. This life is what it is. It is here. Yeah. It is now. You need to be present in your relationships. You need to be present in your sexual health. You need to be present in the bedroom, in life. Right? Otherwise, it ain't worth going through if you ain't present.
It's not. It's like you're wasting time, and we know how precious time is right now. I'm not going
to waste time. Nobody wants to waste time. Try to be the best that you can be. Shame or guilt does not do anyone any good. When you understand your sexual health. When you understand, I'm not saying, but people think when you talk sex, you're trying to tell people to be sexual and get out there and get buck wild. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you get into a relationship, you get with a partner, know your body, know their body, understand how their body works, understand how this orgasm thing works, understand how get yourself an orgasm. If you can't do nothing else, you could at least give yourself an orgasm.
Yeah.
Right. And so you have to be healthy within that sexual boundary with your sex. I told this one guy, I was like, people, they using vibrators and things like that. And he said, that's pathetic. I said, how is that pathetic? when you're learning your body, when you're learning what turns you on, what makes you get satisfaction. Then you're open enough. Once you know how I'd already done discovered what my body like. Okay, let me discover what your body like.
What your body like? Yeah, it's like a challenge. Okay, if you give me a challenge, especially like that, I need to learn your body. It's a challenge. I'm up for it. I'm into it. Right. I want to be creative with it. Yeah, it's all about improving. It is
improving on your sexual health every day. Yep. There are books online. There are seminars online. There's sexual counselors. There's therapists. There's all kinds of things where you can learn all of this stuff. I got like 9 vibrators, bro. 9.
Yeah, listen, like I say, I do maintenance and I walk in on vibrators. I walk in on a lot of stuff. I just do. Right. As a maintenance guy, you'd be surprised. I really do. I really do. It'd be mind blowing to me sometimes. But at this point, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I understand. Hey, I'll be right back, Miss. Take your time. Take your time. I done done it.
Don't look at it like that. People say, well, it's not sexual deviance or it's not way out of the way. It's not. No. What am I trying to say? Just because you enjoy sex, I don't sit around and sexual do things all the time that are sexual. I have other things I have to do. When I have the opportunity to have sex, I'm having good sex.
Good sex.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I know my body enough to know this is what I want you to do to it. And I want you to do it just like that. Because that's the way I'm telling you to do it. And you tell me just like that, the way you like to be satisfied. It's not people say, well, you offer a heathen queen. No, I'm just telling you, I have explored my body, myself enough to understand what gives me pleasure. And you should be exploring your body to understand what gives you pleasure. So when you walk into the bedroom with whatever partner you have, whether that's your husband, whether that's your boyfriend, whatever, you're on we all on a mission. Stop it. We are all on a mission when we go into the bedroom and have sex.
To that planet pleasure. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we're trying to get to.
And if you walk into that bedroom and you have no clue how to get there, what are you in there for? We can't be both can't be fumbling around in the dark.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Right.
I learned this I learned this at a young age, HQ. I mean, a very young age. Some people may look at it like it's wrong, but I had an older woman teach me and show me how to please a woman. And I was young. She was in her mid-20s. I was in my late teens, but she was showing me how you please a woman. And through what my dad was telling me, you know, I just, and going through life, you get to put it in your own spin on it, your own,
right,
like personal finique on it. And I say, like I said, I tell people, I never had a bad customer yet. If I had a bad customer yet, guess what? I'll pay you. But I ain't paying nobody because they all satisfied. Right. Never had a bad customer yet.
But here's a question. When a woman says, I don't come when you do this, does your mind automatically calibrate how I'm going to please this woman? Your mind automatically goes to, okay, let me figure out how I'm gonna please this woman. How does this work? Do you auto correct, or you just say, oh, well, she's just gonna get it the way I want to give it to her?
No, it's auto correct because I can be doing that like pound, but I can be touching her toes as I'm doing at the same time, touching a certain area, rubbing. It's all about knowing that person's body and getting to know them.
Right.
There's ways to get them to have an orgasm. It's just you got to know their body and get to know that person's body, and through communication, because that's what it's all about. Communication. Right. We communicate. We're going to have a better experience.
Right.
That's through communication.
Yep. Understanding your body, being safe with it, doing what you got to do. Well, then, thank you, Greg. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. I can't wait to get you on tomorrow night. You and Rachel, y'all doing a great job. I'm always here to support you. I watch the videos. I just want to call in and show support, but I appreciate you so much. Keep doing what you're doing, HQ.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. It's all about understanding your body, being free to express your body with yourself. But I don't want to say that, but people gonna think it's weird. But you need to be looking and touching on your own body to understand what to do, how you have pleasure, how you get pleasure. Okay? Because once you understand how, like, we can't be both stumbling in the dark. Because as I said somewhere in the middle, a lot of men feel like that's not how that works. That's why we women are out here saying we're not getting satisfaction. And I want people to have healthy satisfaction, healthy sex lives. Okay. Healthy sex life. Prevent pregnancy, learn how to use protection, be safe with the sex, safe sex, learn when she says no, that means no. All the sexual activity needs to be consensual adults. We should be comfortable talking about sex with our partner. And it should not be, hey, babe, can we talk about sex? Can I have a discussion with you about sex? That's exactly how you look at it. I want to have better sex with you. Can we talk about that? And not one of those conversations where you say, well, you eating the box wrong. You ain't eating the box right. No, that's not what you say. What you say is what you want, the way you want that person to do it. Hey, babe, you eat the box wrong, but hey, babe, I need you to pull. I need you to do this with your hand. I need you to pull this foreskin back, and I need you to suck on this on this ball right here. I need you to keep rubbing it, or I need you to suck on it. One or two, right? You don't start the conversation out with a negative aspect. You start the conversation out with a positive aspect. I need you to do it this way, babe. I want to have good sex with you. You, nobody else. This is how I like it. Or while he's at work or you at work, I want you to text me your deepest, darkest fantasy, and I'll text you mine. That way, you thinking about that all day while you at work, and I'm thinking about what you like all day at work. Can I give it to him the way he like it? Can she give it to me the way I like it? Right? This is how you have good sex. And when someone says, I don't like anal, then that's something that you can't do. Because they don't like it. Because maybe they're not into that. And then you guys got to work around something else. Right? Please like and subscribe, guys. Please like and share and subscribe so we can get these kind of talks out. We will be having these very informative talks all the time. I like to have subjects like this, that it will move the conversation between people, between adults, not children, adults, right? Because relationship talk is great, but sometimes we want to get into the weeds, right? And this is in the weeds, right? But it comes from people being comfortable with their body. Be comfortable with your body, your sexual health. I posit that you have to have sex with yourself before you can have good sex with somebody else. Look, you have to have sex with yourself before you can have good sex with somebody else. Because if you don't know your body, why should somebody else know your body? I need you to touch me here. I need you to suck on the toes. I need you to suck on my nipples. I need you to do these things. Man, woman, child, whatever. I need you to touch it like that. I need you to lick it like that. I need you to put Vaseline on this. I like your finger in my butt. And don't have shame or guilt about it, because people like what they like. All people like different things. Learn your partner. Learn yourself first, and then learn your partner. And I guarantee you can have better sex, better conversation. That'll open up a lot of honest discussions about dislikes and fantasies. Make sure we are using protection. Make sure we are using protection. What we all need is better sex. If you're going on a date night, why don't you try having sex before you go on a date night? Let's have sex first, and then we go out to the movie. Let's have sex first. Then we go out to eat. Let's have sex in the car first. And then we go to that movie. We go to that dinner. We go to that party. And I'm going to think about that sex all the time we out. And maybe you might get some more sex when we get home. Or you might be too tired to have sex. But I got my sex before we came home, right? I got my sex before the movie night was over, right? Have sex first. I say, try that first. Don't be afraid of vibrators. Some people are intimidated by that. Shit, I got like 9 of them mugs. Shoot, I had to test them out. Figure out what I like. Shit, I found a good one. So you find what works for you, what you get satisfied with, how your partner can satisfy you. Because women are always saying that they are not satisfied sexually. They don't have orgasms. We trying to get people to have orgasms, right? We're trying to get women to have orgasms. First, you got to figure out how to give yourself an orgasm. That's what I say. Learn to give yourself an orgasm. And ain't nobody trying to have no bad sex. We all trying to have good sex. We all trying to have some damn good sex. Everybody done had bad sex. Everybody done had bad sex, just did sex because it was there. No, I don't want you to be there because you got to be there. I want you to be there because you desire me. And I desire you. This is what we're trying to get. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to have good sex out here. So why aren't you satisfied with your sex life? I don't know. With all of these resources, with all of these books, counselors, therapists, sexual educators, sexual therapists, all of these things. I learned how to give blowjobs by watching the internet. Why you can't learn how to eat snatch by watching the internet? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Thank you all for this good talk. The next show is going to be on Monday. I haven't figured out the topic, but it's going to be on Monday. I appreciate all the super chats that you guys gave me. They've been going. They were going, and I couldn't miss Mr. Walker, Mr. Gavin. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all who gave me a super chats. I love you guys. Thank you. And we will definitely have another good talk on Monday. Thank you guys. And I'm out.